Ah, what a beautiful summer's day. Sun scorching, drank cooling. What a perfect way to spend a lovely tropical evening. Okay, I'll be honest, this is not my ideal weather. I prefer this. Oh yeah, now that's relaxing. The calm yet fearful pour down of the rain combined with the mighty yet soothing sounds of thunder. Now that is my dream holiday. What can I say? I'm a gamer! Being glued to a screen is my favorite pastime, so of course I'd love another excuse to stay inside. Although my strange obsession with the rain may be unhealthy, it does add a lot to any piece of fiction. I've used the term before, but pathetic fallacy is when the weather is used to reflect the mood or tone of a work. Dark and sad? Rainy. Happy and carefree? Sunny. With the release of the GameCube, Super Mario's Next Adventure could display unbelievable feats that couldn't be found on N64 hardware. Imagine Bowser unleashing his turtleish fury and causing a massive thunderstorm, spawning an army of dark clouds, and Mario has to grow all giant to fight him. What a pipe dream. Okay, more realistically, what about a day and night cycle? Seamless polygonal morphing and impressive non-scripted object displacement. All of this and more was basically a guarantee in the plumber's next adventure, Super Mario 128. Really? I mean, I get the previous game on its console of origin, but 128 for the GameCube. Why not something to tie in with the generational leap? Like Super Mario Purple Lunchbox? That's a way better idea! However, not all ideas come to fruition. In 2002, Mario 128 was silently suppressed with no word on any other release for the year. It seems like we would have to wait through the storm in order to see that beautiful pixelated rainbow emerge. And then came the sunshine.
Super Mario Sunshine! Woohoo!
Now, I'm not gonna sit here and play dumb and tell you this game is beloved in the Mario community. It holds such a strong divide between those who adore it and those who are absolutely disgusted by it.
Attention passengers, this is your captain speaking. Please kick back, relax, and enjoy your onboard movie, personally crafted by yours truly. Thank you for choosing Delfino Airlines. Have a pleasant flight.
Super Mario Sunshine? Let's talk about it! Let me begin this segment by stating that Super Mario Sunshine is not your typical Mario game. Every trope and theme of any other game you know and love needs to be locked away safely, because you'll find none of them here. While that's not necessarily a bad thing, just know that a lot of features that define the character of Mario won't be found here, and for good reason. My man's on a holiday! Finally! After 17 years of working every single week, he gets a damn flight abroad! I hope he ain't paying for it. He needs a good trip away. Though, considering the amount of coin collecting he does, send him the tab. Man, there is so much here to unravel. Where do I begin? Gee, I'm really not doing the show justice here by staying silent, huh? It's not called Let's Quietly Sit and Murmur to Ourselves now, is it? Right. The whole theming behind Sunshine is obviously the relationship between Mario, the island, and water. These interactions range from hopping through the stunning Delfino Plaza that takes after the gorgeous city of Venice, to swimming through a teeny tiny coral reef just off the coast. It isn't adventurously outstanding, but it is a culturally appreciated piece. The Piantas and all their tourist attractions make up the bulk of the game's scenery. It's not meant to be a riveting, wacky adventure sprinkled with cartoony madness. No, this is a boat riding simulator. Okay. Don't take this the wrong way, but I find the setting of Mario Sunshine unnerving. Let me explain. Tons of other games go for a dark, tonal atmosphere accompanied by its style or location. These murky areas that are absolutely nailed through gameplay and graphics combined. You may fight enemies or have a difficult path to cross, but either way, the tone fits that of a video game. That's just the nature of the medium. Whether you like it or not is up to you, but factually, its tonality should be portrayed clearly. Mario Sunshine is a charming, happy-go-lucky environment where Nintendo's mascot could die at the drop of an M-label hat. The tropical island setting totally juxtaposes the crucial point that this is a video game. It presents the player with platforming challenges in a relaxing environment. That really just doesn't sit right with me. I get that the island has been disturbed and it's splattered in goop, but while Mario's out here getting a suntan, he's also falling to his death. Time and time again. I wouldn't mind so much if that was the only oddity with the game, but that's only the beginning. Metaphorically. Literally, the opening consists of a 5-minute unskippable cutscene explaining nothing more than evil Mario do bad. Stop him, real Mario! But do you think they could have just left it at that? No, of course not. The Italian has to go to court and be assigned cleaning duties for a while. You know, anything they could think of just to stop progression. Shockingly, they forgot to list all the amenities and recreationals of the island. You know, the stuff the guests actually came to the damn place for. That's it. They're getting 2 out of 5 stars from me. Terrible service. It's in this Namek-timed nightmare where you meet Flood, the Flash Liquid Utility Destroyer, water hose. He's a freaking gardening instrument. In order to clean up the mess made by your imposter, Mario and his newly recruited partner must pray and spray the whole island clean. Clearing goop, showering enemies, you name it, they're in it together. The coolest feature about Flood has to be the fact that he can be used as a water jetpack to slightly boost Mario's horizontal and vertical height. I love this new feature. Like 64's transformation of Mario's base movement, water hovering adds even more layers to Sunshine's overall level design, and is definitely a standout feature. I mean, there's only so many jumping abilities you can apply to one character, right? Flood is a distinctive asset that sticks out in everyone's mind. In a positive way, you would hope. But as great as that all sounds, guess what fails in application? When using the hover nozzle, aerial drift speed is slowed down drastically, making it more difficult than it should be to travel any sort of further distance required. It also kind of feels, I don't know, shoehorned in. Like, most jumps you can make without any help, but if you happen to overshoot it, no biggie, just hover back with no issues. If you're too early, don't worry about it, Mario bro. It's sort of aggravating. You can get away with playing lazily in Sunshine, because there is no real incentive to play in any way perfectly. If you time your jump too early or too late, you can still make it back every single time. If you slip off a platform, you can just fly back to where you were. This is the part where I rhetorically ask if that is fun to do, but I feel like I do that a lot, so I'm gonna cut to the chase. I hate this. It's like the developers spent a year working on Mario's movement, couldn't iron out his shortcomings and just said, well, the game is coming out in a few months. Just give him a jetpack that can help his god-awful movement and sell it by the millions. 5.5 million took the bait, I suppose. The game's hub is the dolphin-shaped Isle Delfino, where all of the levels coexist with one another. In every stage, you can see 2 or 3 others off in the distance, cementing the realism of this one region. It's a shame Mario travels to these worlds through teleportation, but hey, I didn't expect a GameCube game to be this immersive to begin with. However, this island setting automatically pigeonholes this quest into very limited level varieties. This is Mario's Vacation, the game. So what kind of adventurous lands will we be trekking through this time? Well, obviously, a beach, another beach, a village, a water village, a theme park, a fiery cavern, and I kid you not, a harbor. A harbor! You know, the place where boats live and illegal goods mysteriously get through? Yeah, that is the setting for 8 entire missions. Unfortunately, you don't bust any toads for crack smuggling, but ironically, this is one of the better levels in the game. And hey, look, it's the totally unique and absolutely won't be a recurring boss, the Gooper Blooper. He's pretty average to be honest, but at least he's a one-time thing. Anyway, back to Puerto Rico. Huh, Rico, Port? Interesting. The use of cranes and metal bars as platforms here are striking to say the least. It's reminiscent of Mario's glory days in 2D, which sadly isn't utilized enough even here. Sunshine's overly ambitious design taints the whole experience even in its best levels. Like, why would I need 2 of each kind of blooper? You can only use 1! Or are you saving the others for Oldie Toady? Some of these red coin placements are absolutely frustrating, like, why is that even there? I must say, the general level structure within the stages is actually pretty cool. While their concepts are a bit boring on paper, some of these areas turn out to be quite memorable. Just like holiday photos that are, by nature, immortalized forever, these areas are truly unforgettable. The iconic windmill atop Bianco Hills, the famous egg shrine found in Gelato Beach, and that beautiful Ferris wheel that caps off the luxuries scattered throughout Pinna Park. Again, some of the platforming isn't great, but their layouts are at least one of their strong points. But do you want to have a look at real extraordinary platforming? Well, look at any other game in the series then! The spotlight for pure 3D Mario action can be found in the secret courses of the game. Shadow Mario snatches the sprinkler from our protagonist. Why doesn't he do this every single mission, you may ask? I have absolutely no clue. And places him in a nonsensical, blocky world where he must learn to jump on his own. What is this, 1996? Side note, does anybody get SpongeBob movie game vibes from these levels? Like those hidden block levels that look eerily similar to these? No? Only I'm a goofy goober? Okay. Funnily enough, for a true display of the game's base physics engine, it's incredibly clear to see that even as a basis, Mario's movements in these levels is not cut out for the type of platformer Sunshine is trying to be. When stripped away of its fancy world design and watery superglue, the flawed essence of the game's engine takes the forefront. Firstly, the long jump is gone. What the flood? When Mario rolls out of a dive, he leaps a lot further than you'd expect him to, even if he had little momentum prior. My man flings himself off the ground, as if Peach just hit the gelato jacuzzi. To compensate, the side flip is more lenient in execution, and the spin jump is added, which, admittedly, is pretty cool and has many useful applications. Wall jumps can now be performed at an angle and with much more forgivable timing, which I really dig. Overall, however, Mario's aerial and ground speed feels a lot slippier. Taking too many trips to the pool, eh, Mario? The GameCube was overloaded with schmoove games, as I call them, but Sunshine's at a casual level is really wonky to come to terms with. Spin trajectories and jump arcs almost defy the player at certain times, and not having FLUDD as a safety net displays the plumber's poor leaping abilities on blast! These stupid rotating cubes and wooden go-go's are infuriating to deal with. In comparison to the N64, the block's sturdier center of gravity is obviously impressive, but does that equate to fun? Absolutely not! Don't let me undersell this. These jumps are unforgivably brutal. It's like Mario takes the wheel and starts making up his own moves whenever he feels. It's so unstable. You'll frickin' bonk when the game feels like it and lose 20 lives in the most unfair way possible, I swear! Oh, but the worst, the absolute frickin' worst, are those frickin' chucksters flinging you across the map like there's no tomorrow. Not giving a care in the world if you plummet to your doom. What a way to welcome your paying guest! And you die, and die, and die, and die until your frustration builds up to the final stupid goofy Pianta. I hate it! The island is home to 120 shine sprites, the Pianta's equivalent to the castle's power stars. Notoriously, Sunshine has some of the most jankily programmed and conceptual collectibles in the entire history of 3D collectathons, with the most infamous being the lily pad level. You know, the stage that takes over 5 minutes to get to with a dastardly precise island setup that has a troll pipe at the end that warps you back to the main hub, effectively erasing all your progress and forcing you to waste another 5 minutes of your life? Yeah, well, that level is a lot easier than the community makes it out to be. First try, idiot! To give you a perfect example of this game's average broken level, look no further than the pachinko machine. Mario acts as a little metal ball and launches himself into the gambling device. Where he will land, no one truly knows. His physics flip for a split second to mimic that of an actual pachinko ball, and it's the type of creative level you would find in any great Mario game. However, there's one key distinction here. It's in Mario Sunshine. Solid collision, balanced difficulty, ha! What the heck are they? It's so absurdly broken, it's painfully hilarious! I got stuck on a pole for 3 minutes and shouted, "Thank God, I didn't die!" Like, no! I shouldn't be happy I was stuck at all! I guess it does do pachinko justice, as it truly feels random as to whether you win or not. When the stars align and on your 36th life you collect the shine by sheer luck, it really does feel 100% satisfying. Oh, I don't know if you can hear that tinging sound, but that's just my sarcastic meter going off. Let me disable it for now. You'd be hearing it for quite a while. Serena Beach. Oh boy, here we go. Okay, start with the positives. The first shrine is honestly one of the best in the entire game. an intense boss fight versus a massive translucent manta ray that continuously splits up into smaller and smaller pieces until in a last-ditch effort, they all swarm Mario in the hopes of taking him down. Brilliant! This is a magnificent showcase of just how much more powerful this upgraded hardware was. You would have never seen this in N64. The hotel gets resurrected and the next couple of missions focus on Mario in said hotel. No, get that game away from me. Anyway, these next levels turn out to be a little bit tedious, but then you make it to mission 4. The Secret of Casino Delfino. Oh boy, a secret stage. Let's go. Mario dashes through the doors and heads down to the basement, where he immediately gets asked for ID, as to progress for some reason, he has to gamble his life away until all these random elements line up perfectly. Flipping tiles, cranking the slots, you know how it is. This section is a fantastic display of just how high-tech the GameCube is, guys. Look! I'm having so much fun right now! Go buy Mario Sunshine today and fucking gamble your entire life away! Oh, wait, let me switch this thing back on. Oh, wow! Would you look at that? I was joking! Well, thankfully, there's no 100 coin star anymore.
Hey, Future Glenn here, but turns out there actually are 100 coin stars in each stage. I could have sworn I looked it up during the 64 video and it clearly stated no, but apparently I was wrong. So my opinion on that is, well, fuck that goop. Some missions do lob truckloads of coins at you, but like, again, collecting a fat stack of 100 is fun. How, exactly? Alright, enjoy my ramblings. Wait, is this thing still on?
But instead, what we're subject to torture with are the blasphemous blue coins. Okay, so you know the way in 64 they would be worth 5 regulars and really help out for the 100 coin star? And by help I obviously mean necessary in some stages. Well now, they're nothing more than a mindless exchangeable. They really put the word collect in collectathon, let me tell ya. Okay, so simply put, you can trade in 10 of these bad boys for one singular shine sprite. Sweet! That exchange rate is actually pretty generous considering how abundant these puppies are. So, now let's put one and one together. There are 2 requirements that need to be met in order to enter the final level, Corona Mountain. Wait, do I have to censor that word? Okay, I'll be fine. 1. Beat mission 7 of each world. And 2. Have a certain amount of shine sprites. Magic Amazing Super Smart Enhanceable and Delectable Editor. That's me, by the way. Show me on screen the amount of shines that will be collected from simply doing the first 7 missions of each world. Wow, that's quite a few. Now show me the amount needed to gain access to 2020 Mountain. I said show me the exact amount needed to beat the game. Why hasn't the number changed? Is the editor stupider than I thought? That can't be! No, that's not a mistake. In Super Mario Sunshine, you either go all out on 100% the game, or you go pure minimalist and beat only 50 levels. While this threshold is even lower than the previous game, which required 70, the major difference is that it has to be the exact same 50 every single playthrough. The opening shine sprite in the airstrip, then the first sequential 7 from each world, and the game is over. And guess what? The Gooper Blooper must be defeated twice in Rico Harbor! I don't know why, but it's marked in the script that it's very important for me to mention this fact, so there you go. Regardless, this raises some questions around each world's design. 1. Why is there an optional 8th mission? Fair enough if you have to beat the whole world to finish the game, but you don't. You can leave out 12.5% of each level. And it's not even really clear that Mission 7 is the last one needed before you can mosey on over to the next area, and that just feels like a slap in the face. It's like the game is trying to deceptively trick you into collecting more shine sprites in order to pad out its runtime. I mean, if it drags out this playthrough any longer, climate change will begin to take place. Oh shit. Number 2. What is the point of blue coins? If I'm not going for 100%, there is no justifiable reason to collect these pennies unless they're fun to collect or creatively challenging. Are they fun to collect? No. Are they creatively challenging? Pah! Don't make me laugh. I'm pretty sure the designers pasted the maps of each world onto a globe, spun it, and every time they stopped it, yeah, just put a blue coin there. Sure, why not? Oops, my bad. I accidentally collected one. Guess I'll save the game and pause my playing time for a brief moment. Surely this doesn't happen too often. I mean, How many blue coins could they have possibly crammed into this one game? 230. What? Oh, God. Oh, I swear, if I take one more deep breath at the start of these segments, I'm gonna get lightheaded really quickly. Oh, God. Okay. Before I lose my sanity here, let's discuss something that I actually like about the adventure. The bosses. The Wiggler and Manta Ray were genuinely fun and incorporated FLUDD in many ways that felt cohesive with Mario's movement capabilities. I wasn't just spraying, dodge, attack, spraying, repeat. I was actually moving and reacting and, oh my God, having fun in Super Mario Sunshine? Am I allowed to say that in this video? Is that legal? As the story progresses, Shadow Mario pops up in the plaza from time to time and drops useful unlocks for the player to utilize. FLUDD not giving you enough vertical height? Say no more. He's a goddamn rocket launcher now! Wish Mario was a bit faster on land? Well, here comes the turbo nozzle that even puts Sonic to shame. These additions are definitely nifty, but they are absolutely nothing! Nothing, I say, compared to this! Oh, yeah! Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Munchakoopa in 3D! This is amazing! He controls a lot smoother than our protagonist, and you know what? He deserves a break too! He's been stomping Bowser much longer than the Plump Plumber has, so he really should be included on this island getaway. Oh yeah, don't mind me, I'm just going for a nice little dip with my radical pet dinosaur, everybody, don't you? What? Why does Yoshi disintegrate in water now? He can swim just fine in Mario World. What? Why would you purposefully nerf him like that? Why would this break the game? No. You know what? No. A detail that stupid is not gonna ruin this dream getaway with my kick-ass partner. You know, I'm actually kind of shocked. The team making this game must have finally caught on to what they needed to do in order to make Super Mario Sunshine a deserving title in the famed Mario lineage. This is beautiful. There's still a massive chunk of the game left, so this is looking promising. Things can only go up from here, and they are rocket nozzling. I mean, come on. That eel boss in Noki Noki Bay? I swear, if I played this game as a kid, I'd probably have nightmares about that thing. Scratch that. I'm about to wake up in a cold sweat tonight. The freaking build-up, the tension, the fight as a whole, it's just awesome. The music too is sick, and honestly, the game is really starting to click with me now. I'm starting to open my eyes to the true Mario Sunshine, to the game that I've been looking to enjoy for the past 10 hours now. Like, you wouldn't think it, but Noki Noki Bay is actually a damn great and highly polished level. Look! There's this climbing section where the wall caves in and it forms like a little passageway throughout the ruins. This is outstanding! The mission title foreshadows a boss, and if the last three are anything to go by, it's going to be absolutely perfect! Oh, now I see. Okay. It was all a setup. You got me, game. You know what? I give it to you. You got me real good. You got me. You got me. Okay, I've had a good, long thought about it, and this is my conclusion. Here is Super Mario Sunshine on paper. Okay, that was dumb. Seriously, here is Super Mario Sunshine on paper. Oh, come on, dude! Are you 5 years old? Super Mario Sunshine is an artwork about the greatest gaming hero flying off to enjoy a peaceful island vacation away from all the baddies and annoyances of the Mushroom World, only to be disturbed by the villainous kin of his arch nemesis. And you know, in a way, this reflects the game's design too. The getaway is the personification of a breath of fresh air, something new that's brought to the table, but is poisoned by the evil, which is the execution. Sad part is, Mario doesn't win that battle. Through minor mishaps and tragic programming choices, Sunshine does not live up to its expectations that it lays out as part of the greater Mario franchise. It's boring. It's monotonous. You chase the same villain through 7 copy and pasted missions, fight a separate boss 5 times, defeat another 3 more times, and raced a disguised Pianta on 3 different occasions. Padding is not even the word for this type of behavior. It's a sin that they thought this was acceptable. The sad part is, After being let down by the same concepts blatantly reused throughout the whole game, I was, for some reason, hoping the final battle would be something that would cash it all in. A fight that would bring home the glory, make the journey feel like it was worth something to me. Alas, even Big Bow Wow doesn't hold his own in a game like this. I mean, he just sits there in a massive green-colored bathtub as Mario breaks it apart at his own pace. Attacks are slowly choreographed, insanely hard to get hit by, and like, how does this even defeat Bowser? We see him in the credits just chilling, talking to his son without a scratch on him. The fall kills Flood, but Mario and King Koopa could have still scuffed it. Oh, come on! Oh, I think he even realizes I'm sick of the game and just gave up on his own accord. This was the first time I started documenting notes for these videos, and funnily enough, what I jotted down as I beat the game sums up this video to a T. 1 hour, 9 minutes, and 50 seconds into my 5th play session of the game, I typed out one tiny sentence that wraps up Super Mario Sunshine in its entirety. Game done, LOL, WTF was that? You know what? I don't regret a word I said. I mean, I barely said any words. But the point stands. I was slogging through the game. I didn't even enjoy the great parts of it because I was so worn down with the repetition that it bombards you with. When it did unleash its creative environments and miraculously well-designed platforming, I didn't care anymore. I was too annoyed at the fact that I could get used to the fluid controls and genuinely enjoy playing as Mario. But then some weird environmental interaction or glitchy movement would occur and turn me off that completely. I had given up the fact that the game was just reusing the same 4 level concepts over and over, every world in a different order on a new background with a fresh coat of paint. To be honest, I'm just sick of it at this point. For a game I spent playing a lot longer than its predecessor, there is genuinely not much to discuss in relation to Super Mario Sunshine. It's a game that's best described as putting its whole design concept on a gamble. Speaking of gambling, now that the formalities are over, f*** that pachinko level. God, that feels good to get off my chest. Don't get me wrong, I appreciate the effort made to differentiate this game from 64. But please, enlighten me, if you would. What benefit does the player gain from a streamlined mission mode? Or from repetitive boss reusage? Or from a lackluster variety in level design? The reality is, nothing. Why would you even bother collect blue coins if you only need the same 50 shine sprites to beat the game? Why would you even consider playing some of the most broken levels in the entire series when it adds nothing to see the credits? Why would you ever play Mario Sunshine if it wasn't for a video analysis? Damn. That really hits hard. I've attempted to beat this game multiple times throughout my life, and this was my 5th shot at it. I never gave up in the past because it was way too hard or overly convoluted. I just didn't have the patience to stand some of its absurd BS that it throws at you. And look, I'd never recommend anyone to not play a certain game. I know a ton of people who look fondly on this title and cherish the memories that they made with it as a kid. But from my own personal history and current day analysis, I don't really see anything you could find enjoyable within this tropical paradise that isn't executed better in any other title. It squanders its potential on numerous occasions, and I can never look past that. I gave it as many chances as I could, but the truth is, Super Mario Sunshine is not the game for me. Honestly, all I can do is apologize for creating such a depressing outlook on the game, but it's genuinely how I felt playing it. You might agree, you might disagree, so be it. Just know, for a game that is plastered with Nintendo's mascot, for a game that's meant to stand as an icon for the platformers of its generation, I am extremely disappointed with the end product. You know what, Mario? Enjoy your vacation. Take all the time you need in the world to rest. Maybe after this long break, you'll come back with a better adventure for all of us to experience together.
A month and a half later.
In Europe. What do you mean he's out partying?